Students, in this video I'm going to discuss some programs. So here we have our program. The time period of a simple pendulum is given by the formula T equals to 2 pi square root of L upon G, where L is the length and G is the gravity. So write a program to calculate the time period of a simple pendulum by taking the length and the acceleration due to gravity G as inputs. Alright, so let's go for the program. Solution, that is import java.util.scanner. So definitely, student, that is the statement for having the input facilities of the scanner class. After that, we design a class, public class SP. So if you don't write public, that is also fine. You can write just plain class SP is fine. SP is the name of the class. Public static void main string args, curly braces open, scanner sc equal to new scanner system.in. So sc is the name of the object. System.out.print enter length, double L equal to sc.next double. So next double function is here to input the data that belongs to the sc, that is the object of scanner, right? So we'll input the length and that will be stored in the L. Then system.out.print enter G. So G will be entered using sc.next double. Then double T equal to 2 asterisk 22.0 upon 7.0 asterisk math.sqrt L upon G. So you can see the formula here, right? So we have written T equal to 2 pi, the value of pi 22.0 upon 7 has been written over there, right? Why 22.0 was there? Because of for the typecasting, so that we could get a proper value. All right. If somebody writes 3.14 in place of pi, that is also fine. Then for a square root, we have written math.sqrt, and inside that there is L upon G. So you can see here, that is what has been done. So after that, the output T will be printed. T is here, right? That is the time period. So system.out.println T equal to T plus T double equal to plus T. So T will be printed and this T is the output, right? Will be printed as it is. So here you can see, right? Length has been entered, then G has been entered, and finally the value of T has been printed. Okay. So students, I hope this program is clear to you. Very simple. Always in these programs, always think about the formula. Write the formula in the form of Java expression, and you will find which are the values which are to be entered. So here you can see L and G are to be entered. So here the input for L and G has been taken, and after that the value has been calculated, and finally output. So input, process, and the output. So 3 steps are there, just like in any other program. Now students, we move to the second program. Write a program by using class employee to accept basic pay of an employee. Calculate the allowances deductions as given below. Allowance deduction rate, dearness allowance or DA 30% of the basic pay. House rent allowance or HRA is the 50% of the basic pay. Provident fund or PF is the 12.5% of the basic pay. So 3 things are there: DA, HRA and PF. Alright, so allowances are to be calculated and basic pay will be entered because they have written to accept the basic pay. So we need these many variables here, right? Basic pay, DA, HRA and PF. Okay, let's see how does it work. And finally, find and print the gross and net pay. Gross pay equals to basic pay plus dearness allowance plus house rent allowance. Net pay equal to gross pay minus provident fund. Right. Import java.util.scanner. Class employee, public static void main string args, scanner sc equal to new scanner system.in, system.out.print enter basic pay, double bp, that is the basic pay equal to sc.next double, double DA equal to 0.3 asterisk BP, that is the basic pay. Alright, because you've already seen here, right, 30% of the basic pay is the DA. So here DA equal to 0.3. So that you can write 30.0 upon 100 also, and you can directly write 0.3 asterisk BP also. Both are fine. Here you can see 0.15 asterisk BP, that is a 15% of basic pay, that is HRA. That is expression is there. You can write 15.0 upon 100 asterisk BP, that is also fine. Here also you can see it's written PF equal to 0.125 asterisk BP. So here 12.5% of the basic pay was the PF. So it is written here. You can write 12.5 upon 100, sorry, 12.5.0 upon 100 asterisk BP also. That is also acceptable, not a problem, right? Or you can write this direct value 0.125 asterisk BP. Now double GP equals to BP plus DA plus HRA. These have been added, and finally double NP equal to GP minus PF, gross pay minus PF, because that is the formula given here to get the GP, right? So net pay, because GP equals to basic pay plus DA or dearness allowance plus house rent allowance. So we have added this, right? GP equals to BP plus dearness allowance plus HRA. And finally second formula is given here, that says net pay equal to gross pay minus provident fund or PF. So we have done it here, that NP equals to, that is the net pay, equal to GP minus PF. And finally we print GP and the NP using the system.out.println statement. So we write here inside this double quotes gross pay equals to double quotes plus GP, system.out.println net pay equal to plus NP, right? So please students do execute these programs, and then you will be getting this output here. So you enter the basic pay, and these are the outputs which you get. If somebody wants to print the HRA, PF, and what is the third thing, that is PF and DA, three things are there, DA, HRA and PF. If you want to print that also, so you can have additional print statement for these three entities. All right. After that, student third program, a shopkeeper offers 10% of the discount of the printed price of a digital camera. However, a customer has to pay 6% GST on the remaining amount. Write a program in Java to calculate the amount to be paid by the customer, taking printed price as an input. So here we take we write the import statement. So we write import java.util.scanner, and we have a class shop underscore dis, and public static void main is the one which is going to have the logic, that is scanner sc equal to new scanner system.in, enter printed price of the digital camera, double MRP equals to sc.next double, then we have double DISC for the discount equals to MRP asterisk 10 divided by 100.0. So that is the 0.0 is meant for the typecasting. Okay. So after inputting that MRP, we calculate the discount, because discount is on the MRP, that is the 10%, and after that price to be paid, that will be calculated by subtracting discount from the MRP. So we write double price equals to MRP minus DISC semicolon. Okay. Then double GST has been declared here, at the same time it's being initialized, equal to price asterisk 6 divided by 100.0, because 6% GST was there, so it's been done here. After that, price equal to price plus GST, we have to add GST to the price, and finally the amount to be paid will be printed. So we write here system.out.println in double quotes amount to be paid, because that's a message on the screen which is going to be there, and plus price value is required, so that will not be written with the double quotes. Finally we close the function, and then we close the class. So students, do execute the program. Again I am telling you, enter printed price of the digital camera, so that is there, and amount to be paid is written here. Okay. After that, students, we have another program. A shopkeeper offers 30% of discount on purchasing the articles, whereas the other shopkeeper offers two successive discounts, 20% and 10% for purchasing the same article. Write a program in Java to compute and display the discounts. Take the price of an article as an input. So here we import the scanner class, we write import java.util.scanner, and public class discount, you can have the full word with the T, or you can have disdis, or discoun is also fine, no problem. It's just the name of the class. Public static void main string args. Then we create the object of the scanner class. So scanner sc equal to new scanner system.in. Then we have enter price of the article, right? After that, double price equals to sc.next double. Then double d1 equals to price asterisk 30 upon 100.0. All right. Then we have double amt1 equals to price minus d1. Then system dot println 30% discount equal to plus d1. All right, 30% discount plus d1. After that, system dot print amount after 30% discount is amt1. All right, successive discounts are there, so one more time we will calculate. Here we will write double d2 equals to price asterisk 20 upon 100, so 20% of the discount. Then double amt2 equal to price minus d2. All right, and finally there will be double d3 equal to amt2, because amt2 has been calculated here, asterisk 10%, so 10% is the discount again upon this current amount to be paid, that is amt2. So we write here d3 equal to amt2 asterisk 10 upon 100.0. okay, amt2 equal to amt2 minus t3, right? Students, again I'm just telling you that 20 upon 100.0, 10 upon 100.0, 30 upon 100.0, all in all these three expressions you will find denominator is written with 0.0. Students make a mistake, they just write uh, 100, so that's not appropriate. Either you do one thing, that price asterisk 30 must be in the parenthesis, so that due to multiplication of a double value and the integer, we get the double output. Otherwise, be careful, either numerator or denominator must be made the double type. All right, that's very very important when it comes to fractions. Okay, now we have here amt2 equals to amt2 minus d3. So here we print 20% discount, that is d2, using the println statement. Then 10% discount is within the d3, and finally amount after two successive discounts is amt2. So students, then you have this output here, right? After entering the price, you get this output. I hope everybody has the clear idea of all these programs. Thanks everyone.